Hello everyone, and welcome to 3Ps and Games. This is going to be a short video. I'm just going to be talking about video game graphics technology, what I think about the Sony and AMD's Project Amethyst, and things to look forward to in the future. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and follow the 3Ps and Games for more, discussion regarding video game business and other insights. So, just a brief background. In 2018, NVIDIA launched the RTX 2000 series, and they made a heavy push for ray tracing. Battlefield 5 from EA is one of the first games to have ray tracing then, but the adoption was something players did not expect to be as big. But over time, more and more games started having ray tracing. From Control to Cyberpunk, it became a thing that players were wanting in their games. Even though it had high costs in terms of performance on the hardware, in 2025, most AAA games tend to have one form of ray tracing. From ray trace reflections, to global illumination, to ambient occlusion, and many more. We even have path trace games. Nobody thought path tracing would be something achievable on the PC this early. And the reason why we're able to achieve those things is because NVIDIA has pushed greatly for it. They didn't rest on their laurels when they got ray tracing on the RTX 2000 series. They pushed forward. They came out with DLSS, they came out with frame generation, ray reconstruction, they had mega geometry and neural rendering. They've continued to add features. What did this cost? Essentially, the first effect of this improvement over the years was that there was a massive gap with what the consoles could do and PC. Now, consoles are not used to this position. So not only do PCs now have performance gaps as they have in the past, they don't only run well, they look far better because they have performance advantage as well as graphics tech advantage. So ray tracing and other effects that have come into PC have made them significantly look better than the console versions. And because of that gap, we have things like path tracing that currently is unavailable to consoles. So what has this done to the consumer? The game players that can afford the high-end PCs would rather just get games on the high-end PCs rather than get consoles, because now they can experience games in a way that they can't on any console in the market. That is a very key factor, and NVIDIA has continued to leverage that position, which has also helped drive the PC growth, because PC is growing not only because of the high end, but also because on the low end side, many games, live service games like Fortnite, Call of Duty, Genshin Impact, don't need high end PCs. A game like Roblox can run on low end PCs. So we're also seeing large adoption from those kind of PCs as well because of those kind of games. One other advantage that NVIDIA has is that they partner heavily with Microsoft on many of their graphics technology. So mega geometry and neural rendering, they are working with Microsoft to ensure that it has a DirectX link, which means they have a good advantage, and they're trying to establish NVIDIA hardware as the way to develop PC games and the way to play PC games. So I think that combination with Microsoft is a strong one. And what do I think that will lead to? I think because of their close partnership with Microsoft, and the fact that we also have a leaked code document that shows them working on a next-gen Xbox that heavily relies on AI and neural rendering, things that essentially NVIDIA is perfect for. Even though that document contained AMD, I think those plans have changed and they're going to be working with NVIDIA instead. Microsoft will probably come out with a hardware that's based on NVIDIA technology, the NVIDIA GPU. It's also been a rumor that Xbox will want to put out a PC but with a package that is living room friendly. So it's going to be a regular PC for an OEM, but it's going to be in a package of a home console. I think that's what they'll do, and I think that PC will have an NVIDIA graphics card. I just think that's the best way to go about it. Offer the best technology. That's what I think. I think those integrations with DirectX that NVIDIA has been working on over the years will help facilitate that kind of hardware. If you're a console manufacturer and you're looking at what NVIDIA is doing, you're going to be worried. Microsoft already has a way, in my opinion, to circumvent that by working with NVIDIA to bring out hardware. Integrate NVIDIA technology into DirectX as much as possible, bring out a PC that can play all Xbox games already, and you can load Steam or whatever platform you want to load, but it will have all the features that NVIDIA has. I'm thinking maybe a Blackwell based GPU, maybe in 2027 as rumors suggest. I think a Blackwell based GPU would be a good thing to do in year 2027. Maybe a little bit expensive, but I think it's something that I think would go really well, and they can charge premium price for it. For Sony, on the other hand, Sony is looking at the fact that, okay, we don't have such integration with NVIDIA. AMD has also been suffering because NVIDIA has been releasing graphics tech after graphics tech. AMD has been playing catch up for years. They're still playing catch up because a lot of things that NVIDIA has done that they haven't been able to catch up. Yes, they brought out frame generation. Yes, RDNA 4 has reduced the gap between DLSS and FSR4, but they don't have ray reconstruction. They are nowhere near NVIDIA when it comes to neural rendering. NVIDIA also has mega geometry. NVIDIA has their own branch of Rista. So if you were Sony looking at all this, what are your options? You have two options. It's either you go to NVIDIA and work with them for your next console, but that may be challenging because you may have compatibility issues with PS5 and PS4 games. You may not want that. People are building libraries. You don't want to introduce something that can have compatibility challenges. And of course, NVIDIA may be probably more expensive. If you're going to maybe put a conversion layer or whatever, it may be more expensive for GPUs if you're going with NVIDIA in the first place. The other option is to work with AMD and help AMD catch up. It's simple. Most of the things that NVIDIA has done is AI related. If they work with AMD, they can help each other learn AI, get better with AI, and catch up with NVIDIA. There's a lot of graphics technology they need to catch up on, and by working with AMD, Sony can help reduce that gap. Sony is probably thinking something like this. They're saying by the PS6 generation, you have to have a goal of reducing the technology gap compared to PCs as much as possible. Since many of these things are dependent on AI, AMD is not really an expert in AI right now. Sony is also not an expert in AI right now. They can both combine their resources to work on AI models to ensure they can cover that gap as quickly as possible and get to NVIDIA, because they need to ensure that by the PX6 they have ray reconstruction, they have a technology that can run mega geometry and the likes. Yes, Unreal Engine has nanite and things like that already exist, but they have to make sure that the PS6 can run it well. They have to ensure that they have neural rendering that can manage path tracing and all those other things. The console has to be capable. So as a consumer, what should you be expecting? I think with the announcement of the huge gains that FSR4 got is as a result of the partnership with PlayStation. I think you should be expecting the PS6 should not have that much of a gap compared to PC. I think you should be expecting Microsoft next hardware to probably be an NVIDIA hardware. I know this is probably very controversial to most people. They probably look at Microsoft have worked with AMD over the years. Why would they drop a NVIDIA PC hardware? I just think it makes sense. NVIDIA is ahead. If you're going to do such level of things, why not just go with NVIDIA? Maybe you want to go with AMD because it's cheaper, but unless AMD catches up, I really don't see the point in going with an AMD GPU that doesn't have comparable technology with what NVIDIA has right now. So I think going with NVIDIA is the best option in this case. So thank you for listening to this video. Once again, this has been the 3Ps and Games. Please drop a comment if you want to give some feedback to what I said. We'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Stay tuned for more insight regarding the video game industry. Thank you.